It's amazing to me. I've made a couple videos in the last few days talking about some things, and Trump humpers find their way into my comments and they miss the point entirely. Now, what am I talking about? Well, um, I was talking first about Donald Trump and this meeting he had with these oil execs where he said, donate $1 billion to my campaign, and when I'm president, I will cut all these regulations that Biden put forward, and I won't put any new regulations on the oil industry. I'll make it a feeding frenzy and a free-for-all so you can make all the money you want. Well, that's all good and well, except that's soliciting a bribe or asking for a bribe. And that's what my video was about. But inevitably, there were a couple of Trump humpers that came to my comments and claiming Joe Biden did the same thing with student loans. They're not the same. With student loans, Joe Biden said, when I'm president, I want to do this. Now, if anybody donated because of that, that is on them. That's different. That is not the same thing. Joe Biden didn't go out in a meeting with a bunch of college students in a closed door meeting and say, look, you guys raise me a bunch of money and then I'll forgive your student loans. No, he looked at it, saw a problem, and said, when I'm president, I'm going to try to fix it. That's a campaign promise. That's not asking for a bribe. The other one was with this sale of military weapons to Israel. Now, Joe Biden has come out and he's taking heat from both sides for it and said he's going to stop the sale of certain weapons to Israel if they had invaded Rafah and went on a ground war against the Gaza Strip in that area. Now, I don't know a lot about that whole war, that conflict. I am not as versed on that as a lot of other things. But what I know is that what he said was, I'm going to prevent the sale. He was trying to stop Israel from buying from American companies. It had nothing to do, and I even talked about it in the video, it has nothing to do with Congress's already approved aid that has been appropriated by Congress. That's still going to go through. All of that is not touched. This is Israel spending its own money at American businesses, and Joe Biden is saying no. Two separate things. But inevitably, Trump humpers popped up in my comments comparing this thing with Israel to what Donald Trump did in Ukraine that he got impeached for. Why? Because Donald Trump went to Ukraine and said, look, we have this congressionally approved aid money, but you're not getting a dime unless you investigate Joe Biden for me. Again, they are not even close to the same thing. But Trump humpers pick out one small detail that makes it close enough, and they create this false narrative and this false equivalency because they don't listen to facts, they don't listen to anything, and they listen to talking heads like on Fox News that makes them believe these things are the same. They're not even close. It's a false equivalency, and it just amazes me how they can even hear the point and still miss it.